Just a quick video here, folks, about negativity and its draining effects on the human experience. Negativity is a reactive, homogeneous, parasitic leech, a vampire that siphons any and every ounce of positivity from internal and external sources, from any atmosphere, environment, milieu, ambient setting. It searches and seeks, actively hunting, for any source of energy it can siphon and filter in order to animate itself into coming to life. Evil induces the very fears from which it feeds because the darkness has no power. That being said, an individual who is negative must expend an inordinate amount of their time, attention, effort, and energy on animating those laden, weighed down, dense, lower, slower forms of energy, which come in the form of hatred, anger, negativity, dysfunction, toxicity, so on. This is the reason why individuals who are negative always seem to age prematurely. They have a myriad of physical ailments. They always seem to be just in a very bad state, very unhealthy, not just physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and otherwise. That the energy that they're consciously choosing to connect with is connecting with them. And unconsciously, they're being drained by vampires, by parasitic leeches, just sucking the very life force from them. Negativity is a byproduct of the darkness. Evil, malevolence. But there are many levels of the darkness, only some of which are evil. Others are beneficial to the light. That's something that people just fail to understand. But evil has been given a bad reputation as it has been synonymous with the darkness, which is a sad state of affairs, but that's another video. I'll get into it another time. Everything exists for the equilibrium, harmony, balance, alignment, and symmetry of the universe, because there is no such thing as a one-sided anything. Everything has to have balance in order for it to be animated into a life form, into creation, in order for it to exist. But as I digress, getting back to the topic, if you notice individuals who are really negative and angry, they always have to expend energy. And a lot of times they borrow it from outward sources. That's why negativity transfers. When someone transfers their negative emotional energy to you, you absorb it, you assimilate it, you carry it, and then you transfer it. That's how they can wipe your smile right off your face, and they can rob you of your positivity and your high energy, because they're stealing it in order to animate their energy, which is negative, this low vibratory dense form of frequencies, which manifests and materializes into the physical matter, which becomes their reality, and they're transferring it. But in order to make that transfer, they've got to get that energy from somewhere, and it doesn't come from the darkness, because the darkness has no power. So they put themselves under a tremendous amount of physical duress and physical exertion in order to manifest and materialize these low, dense forms of energy, which are in the form of hatred, anger, aggravation, arguing, fighting, bickering, all the nonsense. Whereas if you notice, conversely, the very antithesis of those energies is positivity. Positivity is a frequency that's abound in a profusion of elation, elated elevations of conscious awareness and enlightenment. It's right here. You don't have to buy it, borrow it. You don't have to anything. You don't have to take it, ask for it, beg for it. It's right there. It's right there in unlimited quantities, unlimited amounts from unlimited sources, both known sources and unknown sources, but it's right there for you. That's why happy people, they're always full of energy, because happiness and the light is energy. Darkness has no energy of its own. The light is a proactive, autonomous form of energy, whereas the darkness is reactive and homogeneous. It is a parasitic leech and a vampire, always taking, whereas the light is always giving. Think of negativity as a drain in a kitchen sink. And then you think of the water as positivity. If you plug that drain and you start to fill up that sink with water, that water will overflow. That's positivity. But if you keep that drain wide open, that positivity will never flow, because it's always getting drained and getting sucked into that hole, That's negativity. It's a vacuum. It's a void. It's a chasm. It's an abyss. Just always taking, 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 taking. So if you find yourself that you are surrounded with negative people, toxic people, you need to cut them loose, because they're weighing you down and they're sucking every bit of your life force. Not just your energy, your frequencies, your happiness, your peace, all of that. They're taking everything, man. So you got to be cognizant of that fact, very much so. But just wanted to throw a little reminder out there about the energies of negativity and positivity, because there are differences. Yes, we need negativity to balance positivity, but too much of anything is never a good thing, especially hatred and anger and all that stuff, man. Hatred exists because evil exists on this earth for the revelation of the nature of our soul, and also it brings out a balance and order in the universe. You can't just have all happy, peace, and smiles, because then you're not living a balanced reality. That's not the way God intended it to be. As all things universal, everything has another side to it. But, just a quick reminder, if you can't find your smile, it's okay, man. Just go to the gray, because black and white make gray. You don't have to be ultra high, happy, super smiling, or depressed and devastating lows. You could live in the middle, in the gray, the idle, the neutral. That's what balance is. It's like your car. Your engine's running, but the car's in neutral. You're not going forward, you're not going reverse, but you're still, you're still igniting those pistons, and the engine's still running. So if you can't find your smile, go to the gray. That's a good place. But, preferably stay in a happy, high, ultra high vibrational frequency if you can. Negativity is going to drain every last bit of life force out of you. So stay away from it as much as you can. Peace out.